So hey guys, welcome back to another stream. Today we are start the game. Today we are see the game strategy. This is the game. We are start the game. We are first going to practice. Without practice, so we can't go to forward because this practice give you lot of wings. This is like a Red Bull. Practice give you wings, but don't forget the game. What is the game things? Settings, graphs, and everything. You will have a thing, and don't lose your mind. Be calm and do not be stressed in the game, because this game gives you lot of stress, lot of pain, lot of failure game, lot of loss, because you know that this is a game. Anything, any time, any moment they give us a bug or lagging because of our network problem and our mobile heating problem. This is the game, not a real life. You control everything like the real life football. Also, real football is not control like your style, but this is the not. This is the very good for you. You control everything in the game, and because only you do not control in the game, this is the main reason is lagging, lot of bugs, lot of setting problem, graphics, and only one, the main reason is mobile heating. This is the main problem. So please, your first see your mobile cool it, and first cool your mobile, and after the cool it, then you play the game. Let's start the game. Let's without wasting time.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, the greatest goal threat down below us, Peter, is Michael Owen.
Forever the boy wonder. Burst onto the world scene, of course, in such sensational style and left us with that unforgettable impression.
Yeah, and he'll forever be remembered for that.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Vicious ball here. Oh, super find. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Not the best distribution from the keeper. He has found the way through. This is Owen. Oh, that's shapes to shoot! Goal! England! England take the lead. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Ronaldo. He's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Figo. He's looking wide. Owen. He's in a great position here. Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Spread out to the left.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And that was nowhere near his best. Figo tries to play it through.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
That looks a good ball through. Nuno Mendes. And he cuts out the supply.
Portugal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Nuno Mendes. Hoisted in. Oh, crossbar! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
It's come to nothing. Vitinha. Now it's Ramos. Now it's Figo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rice. Palmer. And he welcomed it. Kane! He can get that clear. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Those of you making their way home on
Yeah, you don't get any points for
today,
stating the
please
obvious,
watch the
Peter,
screen
but
to train
thankfully
the
this is still
participants from
very
all local
savable.
major
Keep
stations.
things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
whistle goes, and we start the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
And Tomori. Gehi. Saka. Oh, no joy this time. João Cancelo. Portugal still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's heaved it away. That is good strength. Owen. And the shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Number 18.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. And he's decided to go for it. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Ruben Neves. Palmer! And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Ruben Neves. Played into space. No, again there's no way through. Saka. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bernardo Silva. And it's Figo. And it's Vitinha. Looking to play him in. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Bernardo Silva. Good chance here! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, what has happened here? Quick look, that's a mighty effort! Oh, it's gone in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Portugal are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Rice, good purposeful running this.
England can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
substitution for Portugal. Number 18, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 10, Bernardo Silva. Coming on the field,
4 extra minutes added on.
14,
Oh,
Diogo
it's a promising
Jota.
build-up, this. Plenty of
Number
really
7,
nice passing.
Pedro Neto.
Saka kept his eye on it,
Taking
and he's
place.
there.
4 added
Looking
minutes
for the
has
run.
been indicated.
Ball looks a good one. And the pass is intercepted. That's the end. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the
Hello,
surprise for
attendees.
me was
This
seeing a
is a
team look so
Watch
feeble in
Children's
what is usually a
announcement.
strongly
Would the
protected
father of a
area,
boy in
but
a
the centre
yellow
of their
t-shirt
defence
kindly
looked
make his
open
way to
and
the
very, very
information centre?
unsafe.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive
Hello,
nerves. The
everybody,
prospects are
and
so
welcome to
great,
today's
the
match.
potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That ball looks a good one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that's a little loose. That's an imaginative pass.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Nuno Mendes. Bernardo Silva. Good read, needed to be. Brazil applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Guimaraes has given away a free kick. And it's Mendes. Bernardo Silva unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. João Felix. João Felix going face-to-face with his great rival. That's been slipped through. Now it's Savinho. That is a crunching tackle. Nuno Mendes. Bernardo Silva. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And it's Joelinton. Neymar. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bernardo Silva. Now it's João Felix. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's worked it through. Look at the space. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Just a quick announcement.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Safety.
And the action is back underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Bernardo Silva engages and forces him off the ball. Bruno Guimaraes! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Ruben Neves. Ronaldo stood his ground strongly. Nice control. He's found a way past. Cross into the box, and the keeper beats it away. Portugal have it back and can go again. Bernardo Silva will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vitinha, great vision. Ambitious ball here. Neatly clipped into space. There could be trouble here. And a shot! Oh, it's taken a touch. And he's quick to get it clear again.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Tries a shot! And he's gone looking for safety. Portugal have reclaimed it.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, it's come loose. Vinicius Junior looks to get on the end of this. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there.
Substitution.
Brazil choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
João Cancelo.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Chance! Harmlessly behind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
It's a pretty loose pass. Played into space. Well, played right into... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Gabriel Jesus! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's a cute ball. João Felix. Nice looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
During the match. Thank you for your
So a
cooperation.
short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Substitutions taking place.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. And they've got a throw. Roberto Carlos. And he's intervened well there. Tries to play it through. Well, they've got it again. Looking for a runner. Not the most convincing of passes. Now it's Joao Felix. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's through now, it's Cristiano! Oh, off the bar! Bruno Guimaraes is there and he can get that clear. Not the most accurate pass. Vitinha. Looking for the run. And he welcomes it in. Pass is just off target. That's it for the first period of extra time.
Special lottery. Please grab the
So
tickets you were given
penalties
when you
loom
walked into the
ever
game.
closer. Is there anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes?
Substitution for Portugal. Number 17, Vitinha. Coming on to
Exhaustion,
replace him
physical
is
and mental.
number 7,
Will we find a winner?
Capello.
0-0 still. Play to win or play for penalties. Gabriel Jesus! Yes, he's done it! And surely that has won the day! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the first moment of real significance.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Now it's Gabriel Jesus.
Brazil are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
That's a shade optimistic. Shifted upfield. Gabriel Jesus. And they win it back again. That's really well cleared. Ruben Dias. Nicely weighted ball. And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Quick reminder today, please have
How would
your
you sum
entry
up what
tickets
we've
at
witnessed,
hand,
Jim?
as it's time
Look,
to announce
Peter,
today
a strength
when
in
the
any
watching
team
numbers.
has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this man, João Cancelo, is going to add so much more dynamism to his side, and he's the type of player who does well in a flowing system, in a flowing team. I like it when he moves centrally and makes himself an effective outlet. He basically can become a number 10, and he can produce some delicious little dinks over the top of any opposition defence.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Portugal with the corner, they're first. And it's hoisted clear. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's João Pedro. And this is Neymar. And the shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Tries to pass it through. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Still goalless. And here's the chance to counter. Nuno Mendes. Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there. Casemiro. Brazil trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. More and more pressure on the ball here. Bernardo Silva. And it's Figo. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nicely aimed pass. And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! Goal, Brazil! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
There's the header! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Security staff for each block.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Here we go again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Bernardo Silva. Now he's got space here. Nuno Mendes. Figo. Casemiro is the guilty party there. And it's Mendes. Takes aim and crosses. Not the best distribution from the keeper. That's an imaginative pass. Danilo promptly onto that, and that is that. Gonzalo Ramos is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And he's straight offside. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Ronaldo is flagged offside. Gabriel. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, what has happened? And a chance! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Portugal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Portugal have their second corner now. Punched away. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they've got a throw. And he's gone searching crossfield. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a cracking ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Shot could be on. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Searching passes played there.
Has been indicated.
Taken back almost at once. Oh, super find. Oh, super ball. Bernardo Silva. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Portugal are beaten and they are out.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed
After all
in
of
the
that, Jim,
areas shown
what are
in
you
this map.
thinking?
Thank you
Well,
very
what
much
can
for
I
your
say, Peter?
cooperation.
It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but...
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Danilo making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
Played out towards the right wing. Mendes deals with that comfortably. Bernardo Silva. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's fabulous. Pedro Neto tries looking up for options on the left. It's gone out for a throw-in. That is good strength. Oh, smashing header! Cleared without complication. Pass somewhat off target. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's tried one! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he hit that sweetly. And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he get on the end of this? Dumfries is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Gakpo certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Mendes attempts a clearance. Portugal are looking to go forward now. And here's Depay. It's run loose here. Gakpo. Great chance! And for a moment, time stood still. Nil-nil still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
And the shot! Goal, the Netherlands! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 32 minutes is...
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And that has been cleared. He won't be happy with that one. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. That's tidy. Nuno Mendes.
Such good technique.
Lovely feet. Van Nistelrooy did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chance for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
2 added minutes
Francisco
has been
Conceição.
indicated.
Bernardo Silva. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here. Can he finish? It's fallen kindly here. We've got a goal! Portugal are level. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you...
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And we'd like to inform
And we
you
are
now
up
that
to the
latest
break.
travel
Well, for
information
us
is
neutrals,
currently being
this is
displayed on the
fantastic.
screen.
If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Portugal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. The Netherlands get the second half going.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Showing good feet. Well, that defending is... And he's let fly! Keeper is right behind it.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out. And again, they're pressing effectively.
Dumfries is looking to influence the game from out wide. Ruben Neves short changes him with that pass. Gakpo goes for the shot! There was plenty of power on that. Tries to pass it through. Danilo cuts it out. João Cancelo just eases him off the ball. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ake. Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes long. Bernardo Silva. Just about up to 75 minutes. Gakpo.
The Netherlands clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Pinches it off him. Van de Ven. Looking for options for movement. Cristiano Ronaldo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Strong running down that left flank. Portugal need to make something happen here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Played into the middle. Verbruggen claims it. Safe hands.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Tries a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! That was a given. It always was.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really...
And that's it. Portugal perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Portugal just may have felt a little extra
Just a quick
pressure in
announcement.
front of
It is
their own
now time
fans
for a
that
special
caused
lottery.
a nervousness
Please
and
grab the
tension.
tickets you were given when you
And so we reach a fork in the road.
Hello, everybody,
Fortunes
and
can
welcome
turn
to
either way
today's
from this
match.
point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Inacio gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Well, Peter, firstly, his positioning's spot on, and he's excellent at reading the game. He should help this defensive line now keep a shape, making sure they don't get out of position at the back. He's good at that. He's a leader.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Mbappe. Looking for the run. That pass has been well intercepted. Inacio gets across to intercept that. Great vision. Ronaldo in acres of space out wide. Shot could be on. Ruben Neves! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
So it is still 0-0. It's Vigo. Vigo going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tchouaméni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Gonzalo Ramos. Now this could be a chance. It's crossed into the middle, and he's taking no chances there. That has not gone well. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicked it back promptly. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tries to pass it through. Good ball, good take. Takes a shot! Goal! Portugal!
That is a magnificent goal.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Nice looking ball. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Nuno Mendes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a good run down the left. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please be reminded
I thought that was a
drinking
decent
is only
45
allowed
minutes
in
of
the areas
football,
shown on
plenty
this
of
map.
signs
Thank
that
you very
both
much for your
managers can take
cooperation.
a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Portugal are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So off we go once more.
Portugal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Can he get it through? Chance! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now, can they get him away? Nuno Mendes. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Straight at the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Nuno Mendes.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's managed to get free. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Hey guys, let's start the real game, player versus player, the event. The real game league starts in here. So don't forget like, subscribe, share.
This is where they want to be, one small step away from
Hello,
greatness.
everybody, and
Win
welcome
today,
to today's
and they
match.
will be up there amongst the elite.
Against Milan.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Milan cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. And here's Shevchenko. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Olise. Oh, just skips put, and he's had a hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Portugal have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here, that's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways. And
Oh, he's been charged for a shot! Goal, Milan! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
Raul. Now it's Ruben Neves. Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And he's gone looking for safety. Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Yamal. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Played in deep. Ball's gone out of play. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Raul. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Ronaldo, who's set up one goal so far. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. And reclaimed it in a trice.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Messi. And Shevchenko. Shevchenko, and Shevchenko! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on
And just a
after
quick
the break.
reminder today to please drink
On
responsibly.
the evidence of what
Anyone
we've
appearing
seen,
intoxicated
they're
or
worth their
behaving
lead.
in an inappropriate
There was
manner
genuine
will be
intensity
removed.
and
Thank you very much for
purpose
your
behind
cooperation.
what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Torres. Now it's Raul. Raul plays it in. It's a mighty effort! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Messi. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's decided to go for it. Lovely feet. That's a throw. Oh, that was vital. Ruben Neves, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Marquinhos. Puyol. Now Costa Curta. And it's played forward. Well, that looks a decent ball. Costa Curta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Olise looking to play him in, and this is Van Basten. He is through here. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Van Basten deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Serginho. Serginho tries looking up for options on the left.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal. And it's Messi. And this is Shevchenko. And he's straight offside.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He's on it, can he get away? Defending was strong and firm. And he's picked it up out wide. Milan can feel it. Promotion now frighteningly close, but they're having to navigate around some pretty stubborn opposition here.
It's tempting to say, Peter, they're making things harder for themselves by not killing off the game when they had the chance. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
It's going to be another throw. Raul.
Well, they
There
shouldn't
will
be
be 1
dawdling at
minute
this
added
stage. They
time.
need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And no, that was never going to make it. So that's it. It is all over. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party.
Just a
Shevchenko
quick reminder
picking up the
today,
Man of the
please
Match
refrain
award,
from
and
parking
no
outside
surprise
this
there.
stadium. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, I think this has to be one of the sternest tests they have faced as a team. Promotion. And you have to give full credit for the way everyone responded to this. They knew how big this was.
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness.
Hello, everybody,
Win today,
and welcome to
and they
today's
will be
match.
up there amongst the elite.
Against Milan. And please
Colours
welcome
vivid and
on
vibrant,
the
songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Milan come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. That looks a cracking ball. Lewandowski. Chance! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
the goal scorer for
The
Milan.
movement so precise,
After 6
the
minutes
finish
is
sumptuous.
number
Well, it's an
7.
example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Luis Alberto. Now it's Mbappe. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. A probing pass. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Might be... Goes for a shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's a decent clearance.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Serginho. That's a good run down the left. Skimmed. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Fernandez. It's Kimmich. Messi. Stood up well to him there. He's through here. And he's on his way. That's a delicate pass. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And the counter is on. Duda. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi. And it's Serginho. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And it's going to be another corner. No way through, so back it comes. Chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Now, who's going to be first? And one more try! And another try! It's there! And just like that, he's into double figures now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan find a position of real strength now. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Duda. Driving through the middle. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
There will be 3
And
minutes
here's
added time.
Lewandowski. Gone all the way through to the keeper. Tries to get it clear. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why
Just a
stop
quick
now?
announcement,
I would
and an
say
exciting
keep
one
going,
too.
keep
We're
at
about
it.
to announce
They've done
today's
everything
hockey
right so
numbers.
far, so
Please watch
they
the
want to
screen
keep
if you
things
have a
that
ticket.
way.
Milan very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Tries to play it through. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Hendrick! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Look at the space. Shoots! He scores! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Badiashile. And it's Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Shevchenko. Messi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Tries a shot! He's scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Number 16, Endrick.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Endrick. Messi. Shevchenko being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
And it's Lewandowski. He shifted it to the flank. Fernandez. Flamengo have reclaimed it. Messi. Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Mbappe. Here's a shot! Brought out the best in the keeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Endrick. Driving on and making good progress. Real chance! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Substitution for Flamengo. Number 14,
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as...
Big header! It's there! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
After 79 minutes is number 23, Robert Lewandowski.
Quality ball. Muller. Now it's Messi. Messi. Serginho. Endrick. Threads one in. Now there's decent chance! It's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
The goal scorer for Milan.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Andrei Shevchenko.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Substitution for Flamengo, number 33.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Number 24.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Number 9.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Serginho's... Oh, what a climb! Really well taken goal. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Number 23.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Cafu. And it's Lewandowski. Oh, a delicate chip through. That is good alertness. Pass is intercepted. And that's it. Milan have done it. A promotion sealed with a win. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, I think this has to be one of the sternest tests they have faced as a team. Promotion. And you have to give full credit for the way everyone responded to this. They knew how big this was, how much it meant to the team, and went and got it in the best way possible. Now comes the difficult task in planning ahead.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page.
Against Milan.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who to me is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Mbappe!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Yamal. Haaland. And it's Messi. And that's been won straight back. De Jong. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, sweet feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Mbappe. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably. It's a good run down the right. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Messi, over to the left. Oh, it's played into the area. Terrific header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
And it's Shevchenko. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Quick look, then plays it in. And that is out and behind, it's a good block.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Tries the cut back, brilliantly cut out. Yamal with the clearance. Now it's Kimmich. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's picked his way through. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Costa Curta. And here's Haaland. Oh, just skips past his man, and he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Koundé gets it clear.
Haaland really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Just
And
a
a
quick
grossing
announcement,
half,
it is now
but
time
we're
for
still
our
where we
special
started,
lottery.
0-0.
Please grab the tickets you were given when you were walking through the gates.
There's the start of the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, some tackle that. That's the throw. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, well played. Good stop. In for the pieces. It's a goal. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the first has a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced. Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
He's going for goal! Off the post! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Messi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's in space and looking for options. And he's there to clear it. Messi. Can he get it through? Floated through. A lot of space ahead of him. Lofted in. And he thumps it clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Foden. And it's Messi. Out towards the flank. Now it's Yamal. And this is... And the shot! No mistake! Barcelona are back in business! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Danielson. Foden. Foden will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Very nicely done. And Messi! Oh, should have put that away.
Messi fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 11.
The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage.
Coming on the field, number 21, Shevchenko. Number 14, Pedri.
Danielson! It's bounced back off the post. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
No joy this time.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Desperate defending required here. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. And that will be it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Now for information on our shuttle bus
So
service.
what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Milan against Boca Juniors.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Adams. Now, can they get him away? Serginho. 3-all. And Adams. Looking for options for movement. Kupchu. Serginho. He's shifting through the gears here. Looking to go deep.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
White is one whose deliveries we all know about. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's White. He won't be happy with that one. Nice-looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. He's picked his way through. Now it's Mbappe. And he shoots! Goal! Milan! First blood drawn. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Triol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Serginho. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Shevchenko. And here's Kupchu.
Boca Juniors clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Park Ji-sung. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, nicely intercepted. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, And it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
And the action is back on the way. Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. Cafu. Rijkaard carries the ball down the right. Can he get on the end of this? Cross from Cafu. White attempts a clearance. Park Ji-sung. Boca Juniors finding their passes. Cafu. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Kimmich plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid. Boca Juniors really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Adams, pressing high and with purpose. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Mbappe. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Shevchenko! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Lovely bit of skill. Well read, and the danger is averted. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe, and it's Messi. Oh, super find. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Puyol gets rid without sophistication. Rijkaard did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And this is Shevchenko. Shapes to shoot!
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Shevchenko. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's it. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Rijkaard claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very
Just
little
a quick
room for
request
argument.
today for everybody to please kindly remove
Your
any
reflections
cars
then,
parked
Jim.
on the road.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Milan against Manchester United.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Neymar. Neymar, surely. He has an array of skills that can elevate the quality of a match or change its course with a flash of brilliance. His talent can take this game to a higher level of excitement, and I hope it does.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And it's Neymar. Kukçu. And it's Marquinhos. Puyol. And Serginho. And it's Kukçu. And here's Haaland. Vitinha. And it's Neymar. And he's intervened well there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That has been cut short. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Threads one in. Caught offside that time. That's a throw. Looking for options for movement. But that has not gone well. Nicely shaped ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Neymar. Now he's got space here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Tries to pass it through. Look at the space. Rijkaard! That is wonderful from Rijkaard! A finish of true class! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
That's going to go a long way.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Shevchenko. And it's made its way to him. That's a shade optimistic. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And a quick reminder
to
today,
review the
everybody,
first
to
half.
make sure to
Milan
put any
really
litter
have
in the
looked
bins
very good
provided.
in
Thank you
transitions,
for your
so
cooperation.
I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
There's the start of the second half.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
McAllister, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. There's the crossfield ball, and he's managed to get rid, and that has put paid to that. He's a sharp little ball here. Now that looks a decent ball. Shevchenko picks it up out wide. Cafu has it out wide and in space. Rijkaard, and he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This might spell danger.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Adams with the clearance. Shevchenko.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he hits through and all along. Haaland!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Rijkaard.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that's delightful. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's put paid to a promising move. Into the last 5 minutes. Deftly away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Neymar. Vitinha ploughing through the middle. Tries to play it through. And time is up. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Rijkaard, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today, please have your entry tickets.
How would you sum up what we... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And here's Shevchenko. He has found the way through. Plays it in low. And that has been knocked clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Marquinhos attempts a clearance. He's gone for goal! Milan still without a single shot on target. He is through here. Big header! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Van Dijk. And here's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication. Kimmich conjures time and space where few can. Kante getting this one clear. Cafu. It's Kimmich. And it's Kukçu. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now that looks a decent ball. That's really well cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's through here. Shevchenko has a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Serginho. Ball's out once more. Cross goes in there, and that should get the job done. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And now I'd just like to read
No
out
goals
our
at this
fan
stage, but
comments
certainly
for
not
celebrating
devoid of
their
action.
birthdays today.
It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And it's Messi. Raul. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Now that's well seen too. And that's gone loose. Hazard. Driving forward. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kukçu. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's picked out the run. Showing good feet. It's a promising position. Here it is, crossed in. Goes for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Kukçu actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's trying to hit the front line here. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Marquinhos is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Van Nistelrooy, floated through. Goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Keeper has taken decisive. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. But that has not gone well. Alexander-Arnold. No, that's been intercepted. That's a sharp pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's in space and looking for options. Kukçu. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And it's Serginho. Van Nistelrooy. That's been slipped through.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Raul. Looking for a runner. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Triol.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Cafu. Oh, that's nice. Cross needs to be good. Cleared without hesitation. Raul. Oh, well measured. And he's intervened well there. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff.
And we come to you now with a quick
Well, after all of that,
request for
Jim,
support
what are you
for
thinking?
our World
Yeah, this
Charity
looked the
Fund.
most likely outcome, but we've had a good...
So guys, thanks for watching. Today is enough for me in the game because my eyes so pain in my head and very long. stream. So then thanks for watching. Don't forget like, subscribe, share. Please come and watch the game. And if you doubt in the game, any problem, any thing, any mistake, then comment me. I better and improve the game.